Todd Dunn here on May 12, 2022. It's a little after 3 in the afternoon, and I thought I'd show you what our 2015 Subaru Forester looks like now after it got hit Monday morning. And I'm going to mix in with the videos of what it looks like now with what it looked like right after the accident in some pictures I took. So let's take a look at the car. Here you go. Here's what a 2015 Subaru Forester looks like after an accident. And let's take a look at the back. Over here. And you might say, oh, there's nothing wrong with this car. Well, that's because it got hit on the passenger side. That spun the car around 90 degrees, and my wife, who was driving, hit a building. So all the damage is on the passenger side and on the front of the car. So let's walk over and take a look. The impact was right here, basically at the rear wheel. And the damage is to the rear quarter panel, which is pushed in about 3/8 of an inch relative to the door and to the door itself. And I don't know if you can see it down there, but there's also some damage to the alloy wheel. And it's also possible that the strut is bent a little bit because the top of the wheel is tilted in very slightly. So, although the car is safe to drive, I just came back from getting it inspected and it passed without any issues. Driving it with camber on the rear wheel messed up will wear the tire excessively. So we're probably not going to drive it a lot this summer. Now let's walk up forward and see where most of the damage was. You can see right here, the bumper is popped out of where it connects with the fender. Now, it was popped out all the way down, but I popped it back in on the bottom. It didn't quite line up on the top. And as we walk around, you can see damage on the bumper. The license plate fell off. It was apparently stuck to the building, and the police pulled it off and gave it to my wife, and I put it back. And over here you can see damage to the bumper as well. Now let me and here's the other damage to the hood. Apparently the building she hit had a planter, and basically she ran up underneath it, and that put that dent in the hood. Now let's take a look at some pictures of the car as it was right after the accident. And here we are looking at the front, and you can see that there was a lot of red, yellow, and green paint on the car. And I decided to see if that would come off, and a little rubbing with paper towel and some denatured alcohol took it right off. Still a little bit left. I can probably get that off when I feel like it. And the headlight had a big streak of yellow over about 1/3 of it, as you can see, and that came right off. And there is a tiny scratch in the headlight cover there, but I challenge you to find it. And there was a big splotch of red and yellow paint on the hood, which I also was able to successfully remove. So just a little fooling around with my paintless dent repair kit, I was able to pull a good deal of the dent out of the hood. I won't ever get it all out, but get part of it out. And over here, I used that most sophisticated of all body tools, the toilet plunger, to pull a significant part of the dent out of the door. So that's the car as it looks right now. There she is, one wrecked Subaru Forester. It's completely safe to drive. As I said, I just drove it over and had it inspected, and we got an estimate to get it repaired, and my gosh, is it expensive. It's going to cost the better part of $8,000. Fortunately, our insurance will pay for it. And the worst part, though, is that the body shops are absolutely backlogged and understaffed, and parts are hard to get. So we're probably not going to have this car repaired until sometime in August. Anyway, that's the situation with our 2015 Subaru Forester. It's kind of bent and warped, but it's going to give me the opportunity to play at paintless dent repair on that hood, and I'm thinking I can probably get maybe 90+% of that dent out. Of course, it will still look terrible, but most of the dent will come out, I think. I spent about 15 minutes on it the other day and probably removed half of it. So that's that. Hope you enjoyed seeing what a few seconds can do to a car that was in like new condition. It only has 18,000 miles, which is pretty low for a 2015. And it quickly became a wreck. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.